Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the 9th episode of the Fake Grass Podcast Show. I'm your host, Weldon, and today is going to be a little bit more different. You see, right now, I'm over here at the Suncoast Bowling Alley here on, what's this, Alta Street? Anyways, out here in the bowling alley, we're watching the Tuesday Nighters 2 group. It's a Tuesday right now, and I'm kind of going solo on this. It's going to be a lot different from our other recordings, but that should be fine. Of course, people are going to stare at me, but you know, it's a bowling alley and there's going to be lots of loud sounds. And in support of the bowling team, Just Us, if you guys are listening to the podcast after the game, of course, what's up, y'all? It's going to be really awkward, you know, because I'm just recording an episode. Everyone's looking at me. I don't even know if it's loud enough or not, but I tried my best. Recording on this handy recorder right here, and it's not a bad deal. It's actually a very good budget recorder. Of course, voice is going to be a lot difficult to record since there's lots of chatter, lots of pin strikes, lots of pins being hit, and I'm wearing a mask right now. So my voice is going to be just ever so slightly distorted and a bit quiet. I gotta boost that up in editing. Anyway, so what's going on here is it's not so much going to be talking as it is just, I'm just going to be their sports announcer. Of course, you know, online stuff, name, security, privacy, all that BS. We're just here to have a great time, you know what I'm saying? Usually it wouldn't be this loud at a bowling alley, but we got this like group of like 6 on 7, it's like a bunch of girls that's like shouting and yelling every time there's a ball thrown. It seems like, and it seems like it's actually distracting the other bowlers. But hey, what can you do about that, right? Team spirit, am I right? And they even have the red intercom error, like it's just red. I don't know what's going on. And like look at that. Can you imagine that? Anyway, so our first bowler on the on the Just Us team. We're on our second frame of the first game of 3. Unfortunately, because of COVID rules, you can only bowl on one lane. There is no switching sides. And even though you are indeed bowling against another team, you are not sharing the same 2 lanes as you would, you know, as you rotate and whatnot. But that's just our regulatory, you know, practicing, social distancing, you know. I mean, you can't blame him for that, but it's not the same, you know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. You're bowling on the same lane for like the next 36 frames. Well, it's technically 30 frames, but if you really are that good of a bowler, you would be 36 throws, you know? And things are going great here. Everyone's drinking, you know, everyone's got their mask on. Everyone's got like a deck of cards and like a stash of bills, like depending on like who can get the most strikes, who has the highest score, who can open. You know, if you guys aren't bowling fanatics, it's not as easy as to understand, but hey, it is bowling. You don't like bowling? You don't think bowling's a sport? No, I tell you, bowling is definitely a sport. Alright? Especially with these youngsters, you know? Wow, I'm saying that if I'm old myself. Oh, I'm so I apologize for that, but what I like about bowling is that like everybody has got their own unique throw. You know what I'm saying? There's like no one way a person throws a ball that's like universal across all types of people. You got people throwing with the left hand, the right hand. They're curving it. They're straight bowlers. They're throwing with 2 hands. They're throwing with no fingers in the ball. They're throwing with 14 pounds, 15 pounds, 16 pounds. It's unique, is what I'm trying to say. And it's always fun to go around and see how these people bowl. And in a 10 frame game with a max score of 300, it's hard to get to a certain score. Like these guys, they have like handicaps of like 10 to 20 and like 30s, and it's all based on like a 230 average cap, and then they like subtract 10% or something. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that's how the handicaps work. I mean, obviously it's handicap, but now again, it's really hard for me myself like to do this by myself, and I'm just trying to think of words that come out of my mouth right now. I'm trying to keep this podcast entertaining. That's my fault. It's like speech and debate. Like, you got to take speech and debate and whatnot, but why I got that when I got the bowling alley to look at? I actually have a second guest with me here today, but an old lady is not really a real guest of the podcast, just here to support the team. So right now we have our third frame going on, and at that time being, our second player just bowled a 8 spare right now. Now here comes our third bowler. He's going up to the park. Yeah, it looks so far off. Got a third bowler going in. He bowls like a green 14-pounder. He doesn't really curve that much. If we're going from right to left, I repeat, right to left, we're going about second arrow to first brown, or far first brown line. Nice strike there. Now we got our anchor right here, our fourth bowler. He's washing up his ball right now. Man, these guys have good jerseys. They look really cool. I wish I could, like, you should be here to see them. Alright, so he's winding up his ball. Well, I say winding up like baseball. Alright, just landed on. Nice spin, and what a devastating strike. What a devastating strike that really was. Now, obviously, this is just bowling. There's money involved, yes, and you are competing, but these guys, they're drinking, having fun, talking, whatnot. And man, can't wait for me to do that. Apparently it's like you gotta be 17 or something. Not at that point yet. But yeah, on a side note, on a me occasion thing, I just passed my driver's license test. What was I stressed out about, honestly? That shatter is going to be very annoying for me. Anyway, what was I stressed about on the test? I swear to God, like, it was so easy. And then the guy, like, right next to me, he was like, yeah, just turn here, you know, we're gonna turn. Like, I'm keeping an eye on, like, if I jerk the car, or, like, check my blind spots, and, like, see if I even go 1 mile over speed limit. But after I passed it, was like, oh, that's it? That's the test? Oh, shoot, that was easy, man. I got nothing about. Any one of you listeners ever gonna take the permit test, just research and just use common sense. And even you about to take the driver's test, common sense, all common sense, all right? Just drive how you used to with your permit when you had, like, your mom or dad or whoever next to you in the car, all right? I tell you, it's pretty easy. You're only gonna go on, like, the surface streets, and, like, the fastest you ever go is like 45 miles per hour. Of course, you're gonna have to go to the school zone, but that should be even easier. And don't worry if there's a car tailgating you. Fuck them, all right? Don't pay no attention to that. All right, I'm giving you advice to all you youngsters. If any of you watch my show, don't stress about the driver's test, all right? Super easy, all right? Now, I'm getting a lot of, stares around people, but relax, I'm just having fun. And what a strike. What a fantastic strike right there. I knew it was going to be one. It's a perfect game right now. Would you like to be in the episode? Yep. Yeah, just talking with my dad here. He's a second player. He's got don't want to gloat or anything, but a 211 average as of week 9 of 18 every bowl every Tuesday. To be honest with you guys, I used to like just go around and watch my dad and his friends bowl on like a Thursday or something. They both used to bowl at Red Rock Lanes. Wow, let me tell you, Red Rock has got some good lanes, but you know, the price and this was at the time during the COVID shutdown. So I went over to Suncoast. The reason why like all these station casinos are stopping, but like Red Rock just like spent a bunch of money on like these new fancy lights and gadgets and whatnot, so they're trying to get their money's worth back. And COVID hasn't made it easy. I'm telling you, it's like $5 a game there or something. It's insane. I'm telling you, it's insane. And hell, not even spectators were allowed to go to the bowling lane at some point. But now they're getting a little bit more lenient with the rules and have been updating the maximum capacity per table of restaurants from like 4 to 5 to 6 now, I believe. Yeah, it's went back to 6. So here we are at the bowling alley. This is actually going to be like my first time ever like recording with this. Now, for the record, you guys, I don't expect nothing from doing this. It's just a fun hobby of mine. You guys should do it too. It was all started when it was like, this could be a podcast. Fuck you. Just do it, right? Man, they are cheering over one pin. Like, we're talking like opens, like none of them even have a spare right now. But it's just general public, alright? You can't really blame them for that. Would you like to be on the episode? Would you like to be on the episode? So yeah, it's all going good right now. Actually using like a very somewhat of cheap microphone stand, but that's alright. I think I need to update this sensor thing, but I might be a little bit too loud. I'll adjust that in post editing there, mate. So again, that's why it's semi hard for me to do this by myself, because usually when I got my friends here, just talk, right? And there's always another like perspective or opinion. Like if I look around, there's like no second opinion I got around me, but whatever, you know. Oh, what a lucky strike. It was like one of those, you hit the pocket shot, but then like the 10 and the 6 and the 3 pin are still there, and they just get knocked over from another pin. We call those messengers. It's usually when there's it's usually when there's like a 10 pin standing, and then like the 2 pin starts to, well, deliver the message and knock that pin over. We always enjoy those. And it's always fun to see how people try to convert like a 5-7 split, or even a 3-10 split, honestly, or a 2-7 split, 2-7 or 3-10. I'll tell you, I think those are the easiest splits in the entire game, but they are splits no less. That's why a 1-10 split, it's not technically a split, you know what I'm saying? Because the 1 pin can go anywhere. That's the whole rule with the thing. Of course, everybody fears the dreaded 7-10 split. Like one of the most impossible shots in bowling, I swear to God. You can like almost never consistent. No one can ever like hit one on their first try, or on the consistent basis. Because come on, it's a 7-10 split. I can't even like do anything about that. And right now would be a great time to take a break from the bowling alley and head back to the chase right now. So now that I got my my driver's license, it's like coming in the mail right now. Man, I really gotta start thinking about the future, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about getting a car, you gotta think about gas money, you think about insurance. Who's gonna pay for that? And then you gotta get a job, and getting a job now, it's a little bit harder nowadays because like the minimum wage is now $15. $15 right now. And there's been some cuts going on, and these small businesses are like getting destroyed by the COVID lockdown. all in the name of safety. Am I right? But can't do much right now. Damn sandbaggers everywhere. Ooh, the ball just came in a bit too early. Now with like sports and whatnot, like football, doing this on the radio, pretty easy to talk about. When it comes to bowling, I'm sorry, no matter how much I love bowling, come on, football versus bowling, I'm telling you, man, this commentary, it's pretty hard for me. Eating a snack right now. It's all good. Oh, that guy just missed the opportunity of a 5-10 split. Anyway, second player just picked up for a spare. Score is 109 right now at the 6th frame. Then we have our third player on here. He has a 64 in the 5th frame. Hoping for a strike. Ball looks pretty good. And wow, devastating strike. He had a spare in the last frame, so he's going to get an 84. Bonus 10 points for a spare right there. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to calculate bowling scores, and you have no idea how much a spare or a strike can like increase your bonus points. I swear to God. When you get 2 strikes in a row, it's over. It's over. Alright, here's the anchor of the Just Us team. Threw his ball, went down the third arrow from the right, and it just slid in from the last brown line. What a hook. Devastating strike. The score is 113 in the 6th frame. Next is our first player on the, obviously rotates and whatnot. He's got 105 in the 6th frame, but he's got a strike, so he's got to get some bonus points right here. Grabs his ball, hits it. Man, that's just stuff. He's like the team spirit right now, like in human form. He throws it down the second line from the right. Comes in. Ooh, hits a perfect pocket shot, but the 7 pin is still standing. That's why when it comes to bowling, a right-hander's worst nightmare is the 10 pin, while a left-hander's would be the 7th pin, respectively. You know? Gobble gobble, turkey time. 3 strikes in a row. It all started when like some town in like Louisiana or something, or I don't know, some midwestern state where like you get a turkey during Thanksgiving time, like when you get 3 strikes. I have no idea how that works. Alright, some handling noise right here. Been recording for about 18 minutes. Does it time fly, doesn't it? Oh, 7th pin has been picked up by the first player. Second player is going up. He's got his white bias ball, quantum bias from Brunswick. Oh, it's a huge bounce, rise the edge, and it just cranks in like, and he's shaking his head, even though it's a strike. It's like one of those, that was so lucky. Man, even the teammates are like, what's going on right here? It's like when you ride the edge of the lane, it's like, is it gonna fall in or is it gonna come in? Is it gonna be saved at the last moment? Third player just bowled, and whoa, he gets a 4-6-7 split. You know how hard it is to convert one of those? He grabs his green ball, stands up, gets ready to throw. Throws the ball. It's a nice spin, but he's just going for the count. Just going for the count. You can't blame him. Regardless if you're going to convert that split or not, you're going to go for the count. Alright, Pin just got set it up here. It's the 7th frame for our 4th player right now. He's standing up to the field. The lane. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Bowls. There's a little bounce in the ball, but ooh, it came in a little bit early on the 1 pin side, but a spare strike, no less. It's a little bit of a weird strike. It's coming back. Even his teammates are like, ooh, that was a little bit weird right now. Alright. First player going in, steps up, rubs the oil off of his pants, bounces up a little bit 2 times, throws it down the second arrow. It's a nice purple ball spin. Gets a strike, and he's like cha-cha real smooth dancing right now, and his teammates are laughing like crazy. Man, telling you, everybody loves the first player. It's like, it was dancing after that strike. Beautiful strike, by the way. Second player goes up, got his white trusty ball up there. Takes his 4 steps, spins it down. There's a little bit of a bounce. Oh, it rides almost the edge of the lane. Comes in for the pocket at the last second, but the 10 pin is standing. His number 1 nemesis. Sometime, I wonder if this recording is gonna get out that good. Throws a house spare ball for the 10 pin. As you know, spare balls are made with a solid core that doesn't allow it to spin that much. These other balls are designed to spin. Different folks, different strokes for different folks. Third player just goes in and gets a devastating strike for redemption. We're at the 8th frame right now. It's always recommended to get 2 strikes because these last 5 strikes, they can be worth a heck of a lot of points. Get you back in the game. Like, we're talking like 200 bowlers here. And of course, not to eavesdropping here, but what can I say, right? Ooh, semi-nice strikes. Wasn't really a strike by the 4th player here, anchor. 10 pin was standing. It was a little bit of a tumble, but 9 points right there. Gets ready, and he throws his own custom spare ball arrow, and he slips it up right there, and he blames it on his shoes. Misses the 10 pin. Ends up, man, that's the end of your bonus streak right there. Ooh, that is rough. That is rough. Next is the first player is about to go bowl. Teammates been talking about how, you know, getting up to the approach has been a little bit unstable for them too. Loud chowder in the background, but what can you do about that, right? First player steps up for the approach. Is on the 9th frame right now. Pulls it down the second arrow. Oh, nice pocket shot, but the 10 pin was standing there laughing at you. It's somewhat easier to talk when you're an anchor for sports when you got the video there, but this is just a podcast recording. Got to make a special episode for this case. Hoping I have enough battery life, you know. Don't want the files to be corrupted. Alright, the first player grabs his custom spare ball. Hits the 10 pin nicely. 160 in the 9th frame. Or 165, sorry. Second player out here shines his bias ball like a brand newborn baby. Look at that. Puts his ball right to his face. Takes his steps. Throws the ball down the 3rd arrow. Ooh, what a semi-early strike there. The 9 pin is standing laughing at him. Now he can't go into the 10th frame with his strike. A real bummer. Because at that point, there's only 2 things you can get in with the 10th frame. Spare strike. And open is devastating. Alright, here we go. 8 pin is standing, waiting for his opponent on the next lane to his right to bowl first. Ball gets a little bounce. Hits the 9 pin nicely. That would have converted a 9-10 split. You know, pins are 1 foot away from each other. Man, everybody gonna get a 9 split, I swear. Or 9 spare. Devastating strike by the third player. But he did have 3 splits in this game. Ouch. No, it's that 10 pin that laughs at you.
No, it don't matter. 10, no matter. That wasn't a 10.
Yeah, the ball came in a bit early. It's all you can. Exactly. Devastating strike by our 4th player here. It's gonna go into the 10th frame, but the strike needs to strike out. They all want to strike out. Man, to strike out, get 3 throws. 3 throws. That's why when they say you get a strike in the 10th frame on your first throw, then you get it. All they say is just one more strike. Because then your last 12th throw, who cares, right? You got them extra points. Devastating strike by our first player here is gonna get 2 extra turns. Sometimes it's always funny to see that consecutive strikes and then like the pin settering machine is like taking a long time because like it's setting all the pins. I believe there's about say 30 pins at all times in the machine running. I don't know. I gotta research more on that. And that's when you go like, yeah, we're too good. Sad 9 with the 10 pin standing on his second throw. What a 10th frame break. That's what we call a 10th frame break, folks. Hits his custom spare ball and it hits the 10 pin perfectly. You know what? I like strikes, but you can't deny that going for that 10 or 7 pin, depending if you're left or right-handed, I think it looks cool. It looks really, really cool. Here's the second bowler on his 10th frame. He's going in with a spare. Throws the ball. Always gives it a little bounce. Interesting strike where the... What was that? 2 and 10 pin was standing, but then got knocked over by colliding pins. It's interesting. Alright, the second throw. He's got to strike. Got to strike out. Get them 200 plus points. That's why it's so hard to get 200 in bowling. It's like a no open game, I swear. Throws it no bounce this time. And oh, what a messenger. What a messenger. I love messenger strikes. The 10 pin standing there all smug looking. Then another pin just comes in and whacks it down. I love those. Makes you feel cool. That's how much pin action that ball can produce. That's insane. Alright, third throw with a full set of 10 pins here. There was a bounce on that one, but it was a beautiful strike there. Beautiful strike, and he ends with a 208 non-handicap. With handicap, he's got 17 handicap, making his score 225. Third bowler here. He's coming in with 2 strikes. That's a lot of bonus points there, and he gets a strike. What a turkey. What a turkey. Already, that increases his score from like, what, 132 to 162. It's one more. He goes to his first player, clapping his hands, going, just one more. He gets ready for the approach.
Okay.
Oh, what a 8.
Not to throw it too wildly, just throw it like this.
Yeah, no, don't bounce it too much.
No, but our lane.
It sucks.
That's 6 pin.
Blame everything.
There's a lot of tension or something.
Blame. 180. With handicap, 218. And that's a score I'd thrive for. I can't even get that. How embarrassing. I'll be eating through most of these. Got my trail mix next to me. You know, might as well just tell some funny stories, whatnot. I used to go to this middle school named Sigurogage. I loved it. From 6th year to 8th year. Always loved middle school. Of course, nowadays, it's all filled by these new generation double A's. Generation Alpha, they call it now. That were born. But then again, I guess someone born in 2015 would be 6 years old right now. So I guess I would consider that Gen Z, you know. I would still consider that Gen Z. Because, like, I'm 17 years old right now. And I'd say, like, a new generation every, like, 20, 30 years. 20 to 40 years, maybe. So, like, my father would not be a millennial. He would be a Gen X. At least that's what they call it. I mean, I guess there really isn't that much of a difference between millennials. I mean, like, what is a millennial now? Like, they're in their 20s right now. And I guess that will be the forever millennial. I mean, like, what, am I generation millennial? Or what? Because there's no, like, what, generation Y or something. I guess I mean, there's not really a generation Y, you know what I'm saying? I'm Gen Z. Am I proud of it? I don't know about the rep. Yeah, 208.
But I don't feel like doing good.
Well, you did bowl good.
Yeah, it ended good. That's all. You gotta put these together at the right time. That's all. You can't have it every other.
Yeah, because if you get a strike, spare all the way, that's exactly 200.
Yeah. I have no hope.
That's called a Dutch 200.
That was called?
A Dutch 200. And they are dealing out the best poker hand. You get a card every time you strike. I'm pretty sure that's pretty common in these nighttime bowling leagues. It's league. Anyway, nowadays in Sigurogage, it's all filled with like a bunch of like morons. Like when I was in 6th grade, when we saw the 8th graders, which are now freshmen college, right? Like when I was in 6th grade, the 8th graders, if we look at now, they're freshmen college, folks. It's amazing how much 2 years differs by. Then when I became 7th grade, they became freshman high school, meaning they're seniors by the time I get into freshman. No, juniors when I get into my freshman year. Because I'm a junior right now, so yeah, there'd be freshmen in college. But the point is, like, when I was in 6th grade, 6th grade to 8th grade, those were like the prime years of that middle school. I don't want to toot my own horn right now, but when it comes to that age group, we were like the kings, like literal kings. Like even in 6th grade, like no one could touch us. And it was at that time when we became, I say we as in my age group, but like when I was in 7th grade, that was still like regulation years, because when we were in 6th grade and we were cool, Greek church split. And it was when I was in 6th grade, the 7th graders, we were always cool. 8th graders like took control of everything. 8th graders left, the 7th graders became the 8th graders. They were like, so, we're in control now? We don't really feel in control, but yeah, we can regulate this like attitude of the kids. And all the 6th graders hated that. All the 6th graders hated the 7th and 8th graders when I was in 7th grade. Man, did they hate us. Did they hate us. And I distinctly remember me and my friends in 7th grade, like, these 6th graders don't know nothing.
They say that's the Greek church.
Yeah, nice Greek church. The best, Alba, your best chances of converting it are hitting the 2 pins. It's weird, right? But if you miss, then, well. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Man, the 6th graders? Okay, let's say, what were the 6th graders when I was in 7th grade? Anyone born in 2005. Now, this is stereotyping, and this is personal experience. It doesn't go anywhere. Not attacking anyone. I respect you guys. But I tell you, Sig Rogich Middle School. Anyone born in 2005, and it was not advanced a year, but like 2005, you were a 6th grader? Man, you guys were ruthless sons of bitches, I swear to God. 7th graders and 8th graders had to like indirectly like work together to like keep the 6th graders calm. Like, it was chaotic. Then, after the 8th graders left to their freshman year in high school, my 7th grade group that became 8th graders, we became the kings. And now the rowdy 6th graders that became moderate 7th graders, they understood a little bit. They like learned now, like, all right, you guys are still the 8th graders. We gotta give respect. The 6th graders, the new 6th graders that just came from 5th grade, were even worse than the 6th graders of last year. Well, not last year, like what I'm talking about. But you guys know what I'm saying. But like, I swear, the 6th graders, they were like still acted like 4th graders. I swear to God, it was no. Who raised them? All right, who raised them? Again, not tagging no one. It was a personal experience. I wish I could get my friends on this podcast. I swear to God, this is gonna be such a good idea. And this episode is gonna be long. Like, it's going talking like a bit longer than usual. Anyway, these new 6th graders that came in when I was in 8th grade. Anyone born in 2007? Oh, you guys are 14 now. You guys are freshmen in high school nowadays. Now at this age, but man, when they were in 6th grade, it was chaotic. Like, the kind of chaotic where like the teachers loved the 8th graders for keeping both the 7th graders and the 6th graders in control. Like, it was one of those. And man, as soon as the 8th graders left, the 7th graders, now the 8th graders, they now realized, wait a minute, we don't have any 8th graders to control us because we're the 8th graders. We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever the hell we want. And there's now these 6th graders that came 7th graders like, we're 7th graders now? We don't gotta listen to no 8th graders because, why, we're 7th graders or 8th graders? Yeah, right. Then this new 6th grader group was even worse than those two combined. It became chaotic. I remember in my freshman year of high school, Palo Verde, go Panthers, Sig Rogich Middle School Rough Riders. Oh, awful. I remember just like it was gossip. It was like so bad that like even like the high school was notified of like these bad behavior kids. Now, those 8th graders are now sophomores, and they now they like learn. They learned how high school really is. I thanks guys for like understanding in life, but like now I don't know how chaotic it is now. I don't even want to like guess. I don't even want to imagine how chaotic would it be now. Because those rowdy 8th graders are now sophomores. They're below me by a year. Below that are the freshmen. They all understood now. They all get it. They all somewhat woke up on the reality that you guys are freshmen. You guys are freshmen. Come on. Come on. You guys are freshmen. But I mean, I can't really blame middle school for making middle school kids. Like, you guys are 8th graders. You guys should stop acting like 8th graders and start acting like 8th graders. Like some dumb shit like that. Like, so when it comes to the new generation, I want to somewhat fear it. I mean, like, Generation Z is going to be a generation that changes the world, right? No one denies that. Like, Generation Z is going to change the world, but for the better or for the worse, you know what I'm saying? And for me, honestly, again, stereotypes are stereotypes, and I'm a Gen Z myself, and am I proud of it? Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. It's odd, is what I'm saying. It's odd. Again, didn't have to talk for a complete, like, what, 2.5 hours now? Like, I don't know how far I've recorded so far. Hold on. Handling noise. Been recording for 42 minutes. I can keep up a conversation for 42 minutes like that. It's great. You know? Yeah, it's fine, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm kind of loud on this. I don't know. Handling noise, but why not? I would think like the pop filter, like my mask would like nullify some of the sound, but it's actually kind of loud. Yeah. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something along the lines of like, when I was in 8th grade. You know, 8th grades always go on nice field trips, you know? It's always this one was like a Disney trip. And I am so sad for all the 8th graders. They could have gone on that trip, but then COVID shut down. Never got to experience that. Press F to pay respect, you know what I'm saying? This could be ASMR, you know? Just listen for bowling sounds. I might be recording for like an hour or something, like, yeah. Bowling ASMR, right? You guys like ASMR? I think that some of these channels are freaking huge. Anyone can do that, you know? And if there's money behind it, and like weird sicko people on the internet wanting to listen to like keyboard tapping or like someone sucking out of a straw, like, what pleasure do people get out of that? It's so weird. Like, you're gonna listen to anything, listen to music. What do you guys listen to? Someone getting a knife and like scratching a cutting board, or like someone ripping the threads out of a jean, or like just the fizzling of a Coke bottle. Like, I don't know what goes through your minds. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if there's money to be made from that, why not, right? What's stopping you? Of course, it's not like brand new channel is going to explode overnight. Maybe. All you gotta do is post. Hell, you could even post a video saying, hey, let's get this video to 10 million likes. Can we do that, folks? Can you guys do that? And then name your channel, I just got 1 million subscribers from posting no videos. Why don't you do something like that? Why not something like that? Because I'm not stupid and I want to have a good career, I guess. Like, is this going to be my main source of income? I hope it does. I hope get a lot of money from doing this. But with my current future right now, no. Okay, no. Let's be honest, all right. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm kind of scared about the future. Everyone is. But I got plans. Maybe, I don't know. Even if I gotta doubt that, damn, dude. Everything's alright. We're good, man. It's all acting. Sometimes I can't even imagine like this is actually real life, you know? Like this is real. It's real life. You got COVID, lockdowns, people getting sick, children starving, all these horrors. Man, I feel bad for saying it. Like, I have a good life. I'm very grateful of it and very appreciative. Man, real life, huh? It's like Ready Player One. Get off your damn screen. Go take a walk outside or something. Sometimes it's, yeah, I'd rather walk, but I gotta, walk. Like, if there's a magic button that you can just be there, then everyone would do it, right? Yeah. Just like stop and reflect on that, Stop and like think about it. Man, do I got recording issues or what? Oh well. I think I'm after recording for like 9 minutes right now. Might have to cut it down to an hour. I don't think there's any way I can like talk for another hour. Hell, I didn't even think I'd get this far. That's why I don't really enjoy doing solo podcasts. It's just not my thing, Sure, internet has helped me a lot, but this is how it is. But hey, you guys like the podcast? Share, like, Oh well. Can't really think about much else to say, It's the second game, 6th frame. Second player always bouncing the ball and spinning so late. A lot of people look at me everywhere, but handling noise. $50. You know what? I'm fine with this 50 minutes. Can't really. Yeah, I'm telling you, can't do this by myself. It's very hard for me to do that. I guess I really can't consider this a 9th episode of the Fake Rats Podcast Show. I mean, it's just me. What else can I say, right? Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Fake Rats Podcast Show. Tune in next time. Well, there is no tune in. Don't have that. Should call it the bowling alley. What to say?
Alright. I can still try to get